I went in the Army the day after I graduated from high school during the Korean War. Got in a lot of trouble. I was drinking, but I'm mouthy. And I always challenged the people that gave the orders. If I didn't think something was right, and to this day I speak up the same way. And I got in a lot of trouble, and I had two black soldiers, and I won't ever forget them. They were both draftees. They were much older, Sam Barnes and Reese Funderburg. And they snatched me up when I was getting into trouble. And they told me I was somebody, and I could be anything I wanted to be, and nobody had ever told me that before. And I said, wow. I ended up making the Army a career. Although I drank, and during the Korean War I suffered a head injury and, of course, painkillers. I got back to Fort Meade, Maryland after my tour in Korea, and there was no painkillers, and it was cold. And you'll always see that I'm always wearing a hat. Always wearing a hat. The wound I had on the top of my head was in bone, and it always hurt. It always hurt. So I'm always taking painkillers. Well, I couldn't get them then. So I started taking what was called bennies, co-pilots. They're drugs that the truck drivers take to stay awake. And I took those for quite a while until I fell down a flight of steps. Because what they did was they would make you stay awake for hours, for days. There were as many as 7 or 8 days that I wouldn't even sleep. So I stopped taking those. But that didn't stop me from drinking. And what I did drink is I drank gin. And I drank gin, a quart and a half of gin a day for 13 and a half years. Until one day I had a soldier that died of an alcohol overdose. Soldiers were around and they didn't do anything about it. And I said, you know what, I'm going to quit drinking. I haven't had a drink since 1978.